Hello twin flames, and welcome to the Divine Masculine reading for Sunday. So I've got a really powerful intuitive message to share with you, and then I'm going to bring in a message with the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and I want to bring in the Hermit Tarot as well. So have you ever had one of those days where no matter what you do, you don't feel right, you don't feel satisfied? You can try and eat many different things, but nothing is satisfying you. It's like you cook a meal, you start trying to eat it and it doesn't taste right to you, so you may throw that away and make something else, and then that doesn't taste right to you, and then you make something else and that doesn't taste right to you. And whatever you do, you just don't feel right. You may change your outfit, it doesn't feel right. That's what the masculines are going through today. So whatever they are going through, doing, spending time with, eating, drinking, it doesn't feel right. Why? Because nothing is satisfying them. Because what satisfies them is you. And it's like, they can seek out you in other people, in other places. Nothing is going to ever replace you or be you. So I feel the masculines are feeling very frustrated today because nothing is satisfying them. Even the food that they eat. And I feel they're getting very angry, hungry. And when we're hungry, we get angry or hangry. And that can also cause arguments and pain. So again, this energy is kind of coming over from Saturday. We had all the sexual energy around on Saturday and all the frustration energy and the heat and the Kundalini rising and the arguments and all these things. And today they just don't feel satisfied. They just don't feel satisfied. Why? Because they have that physical hunger for you. And the only thing that's going to fill that gap and fill that void and satisfy that thirst and satisfy that hunger is you, the divine feminine. And that's what they're going through today. So again, if they're silent today or quiet, see it as a blessing, because when they're hungry, they're not wanting to, be loving. They're just angry. So you don't need to be dragged into that energy. So if you're feeling that today, you know why. If you feel like nothing is satisfying you, you can't get satisfied no matter what you eat or how many types of different foods you eat, that's why. So what do we need to know today then? What's going on with the masculine? Straight out the deck there. What's the energy, please, angels, around the masculines today? So the energy then around the masculine is we've got embracing. So he wants to embrace this connection. He wants to bring it in. Okay, he wants to engage with you. So he's embracing his life and what's going on around him to make changes. So this is really preparing for the new week and seeing things from a higher point of view. So embracing what's going on, allowing himself to feel all these feelings. And he's saying, I worry about us a lot. So he's worrying about things more than you realise he is. You may think he doesn't care or he's indifferent or he doesn't really, think about you at all, but he does, and he worries about you a lot. He worries about the connection. And he says, I worry about us. So that isn't, him or you as separate beings. It's you as one unit. So I worry about us a lot. He's thinking about you as a couple and how he can move this forward. And he's saying to you, he's saying, I want to get you drunk. Wow. So, this could, again, what I'm feeling with this, it's a lot of the energy that came up yesterday where he wants to take you out. He wants to take you out for a meal, wine you, dine you. Not necessarily get you drunk so he can take advantage of you, but so your barriers come down and your inhibitions are down. He may want to go out and get drunk with you so he can be more, like vulnerable, because when we are drinking alcohol, we say what's on our mind, our inhibitions go, so we can be more open to what we want. And that's why sometimes the masculines say things when they're drunk and then they backpedal when they're sober, because they think, why did I say that? I need to really understand if I can follow through on this right now. So it's not that they don't think it. If he says to you things like, I love you, while he's drunk, and then he hides it away when he's sober, it doesn't mean he doesn't think it. It means he's got barriers up when he's sober. And when he's drunk, those barriers are coming down. So he's saying, I want to get you drunk so we can just be intimate and not care about the consequences. That's what's on his mind. It's not that he wants to get you drunk and take advantage of you or hurt you or do anything wrong. He's just saying, I worry about us, so I've been drinking a bit. So I feel this, if your masculine does drink alcohol, not all of them do. They may do other things. But if he drinks alcohol, he's actually admitting here that he's been drinking a bit too much because he's been worrying about the situation. And he may have been using alcohol as a distraction because nothing can actually satisfy him but you. And if I go to the Distraction Oracle, this is one of my decks, the masculine deck. Now, there is a lot of cards in this deck, so bear with me because I just want to really show you and kind of reiterate it a little bit, the meaning of that card, because I know, because obviously I created this deck. And it's like with the drugs card, the searching for the natural high, they only get with you. So if they're doing drugs, smoking weed or anything else, they're searching for you in that distraction. So everything they do, including alcohol, which I'm looking for, okay, is a distraction. It's something that takes their mind off, the fact that they want you so much and they need you so much. And look at this, to numb the pain of being without you. So he feels this pain. I mean, even vaping, trying to replace the real thing with a habit that never satisfies, there is always an upgrade. And, there's always, when you're vaping, for example, then, there's always another one you can try. There's always a better machine. There's always a different flavour. When really what they're doing is searching for what they actually want, which is the nicotine, which is the original thing, which is you. You're the original. Everything else is just trying to be an upgrade. And it doesn't truly satisfy. So the point I'm making here is, searching for that card, is the alcohol, all it does is numb the pain of being without you. And, he's worrying about this. He's worrying about the situation. He's worrying about you and the things that are happening, because he's embracing all these feelings now. He's not holding back. And those feelings are painful feelings too. Fearful feelings, frustration, impatience, jealousy, all these things. And he's saying, I want to get you drunk so we can go out, lose our inhibitions and have some fun. So he may be seeing alcohol as a way to relax the both of you and be in a social environment. So another sign he wants to take you out and be out in public with you and do normal types of things. Not that you may want to get drunk or even have a drink. A lot of us divine feminines, we quit alcohol on our journey, whether it's because of things we've been through in our own childhood. Like me, I quit alcohol because, I could have a problem with alcohol if I didn't. Because that was kind of in my childhood. My mum and dad both drank a lot. And, when I was younger in my 20s, that's how I faced my feelings. Or I dealt with the situation, I'd just get drunk. And I knew that when things happened in my life, I would turn to drink. So I chose to give it up at 30. And that was 16 years ago. And I've never had a drop since. So I'm not saying I'm sober. I never had a problem with alcohol. But I know I could have developed one. And I become aware of that before it happened to stop it from happening. So we do give these things up on our journey. When I first met George, he didn't drink a lot of alcohol, but he liked to drink every now and again. But now he doesn't. He perhaps have one at Christmas or when we go on holiday, or, it's not like he has to have a drink. My mum and dad had to have a drink every single night. Their night out was going the off license to get booze, So these are things that we grow through. We go through them to grow from them. We grow through them. So he's saying to you, I've been worried about us a lot, and I've been thinking about taking you out and getting you drunk, and so we can lose our inhibition. So I really don't want you to take this to heart where you think that's all he wants you for, like he wants to get you drunk so he can take advantage of you. That's not the way I'm reading this message. It's more that he wants to forget the problems. He wants to put you as well into a relaxed state of mind when you are connecting, so you don't argue or make it all serious. But he is embracing how he feels, and he's saying, I'm just searching for the natural high with you. Nothing can satisfy me but you. And that's the energy he's in. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.